Yo, what is up, chat? Good to see you. Welcome. What up? Okay. Hope this goes well. What up, Jesse? It's election day here. Hey, good luck. I hope you get what you need. Hope it all goes great for Canada. Good to see you. Alright, let's boot this up, see how we get on. How long before the first crash? Let's find out. Okay. There we go. Good to see you all. Today I am testing my dual PC setup. Hold on, let me just get that thing off. Okay. Let's go. Hey Fairmaid, how are you? So just a little pre-warning here, and I'll say this again in a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna encounter in terms of buffering, in terms of crashes. I have no clue. I'm testing everything here for this dual PC setup. It could be disastrous. Or it could go exactly how we want. We don't know. Let's find out. But if I do crash, I will be back. But let's do this. Okay, let's start with some food. Thank you, Fairmaid, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of weird right now. I don't know how I feel about it. Hey, Ashley, how's it going? Normally, I have all my specs and, you know, all the stream stuff going on around me. And now it's out of my way, so I'm kind of... Oh, we good? We good? Okay. Let's not get any buffering. We might get some buffering. I've probably got some crazy settings on right now. I'm gonna be adjusting stuff as we go. On now. A little bit of buffering at the start as usual, but hopefully it'll clear itself up shortly. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be adjusting stuff as we go, so I do appreciate some patience. Oh, this is awful right now. What's happening? Okay, let me just check something a second. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, 2 seconds. Bom, 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 bom. Right. All right, let's see how we go on like this for a moment. So it's okay. God, I hope I'm not getting a cold. Right. Oh, snake. Okay. Right. Think we should be good. All right. But there's so many new OBS settings, it's crazy. Okay. Play some games. Have to keep an eye on it as we go. So today, other than running some settings on all, some testing on all these settings and such, I'm also going to be focusing on continuing to fill my chests up, go do some fights, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully, and get the stream to a nice point. But yeah, I am completely setting everything up right now, so I'm just kind of gonna be going with it, seeing how we get on. As long as we don't run into any crashes. Buffering I can deal with, because buffering I can adjust. Crashes, we don't want that. So let's go do some fights. Have some fun. What have I got? I got a whole bunch of stuff on me. Let's drop this off first. Okay. This sensitivity is too low. Let's try up it to like 5. Alright. Da, 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 da. Where is it? Where is it? What up, Benjamin? How are you, bro? Okay. You sure the chest is empty? It's not. Grab some stone out. Oh. Doing well, watching my wife Chantel get ready for work. You don't feel like going today? I don't feel like going, or she don't feel like going? But yeah, glad you're doing well, man. Right. Final stuff here. Yeah, you're good, you're good. I did wonder, because I was like, I'm not going. Hey, she'll be alright when she gets going. I'm sure. Alright, let's have some more fun with the dagger today as well. Well, hopefully things are looking alright your end. So hard for me to tell. But this setup was a complete pain in the booty. I think we're pretty much there. Minus some adjustments on settings and stuff, but you know. Oh, the kids cheer up? Yeah, I bet. That's nice. Do you mind? Ooh, almost fell off the edge there. Where's your boy? Hurry up. What up, boys? Oh, there's loads of them. Okay. Alright. The dagger is a little bit of a pain in the ass for some of this. Hey, what up, Contato? Good to see you. How you doing? Get off that rock. There was more. Where's the rest? Don't try to run away from me. Don't try to run away from me. I'm here. Ow. But shield guy. He might have made it to the camp. Show my skills. There you go, bro. Right. Let's find this shield guy. I do like the dagger. I do like the dagger, but it is a little bit slow. Like, in terms of damage. So if you get a whole bunch of them on you, it's a little bit of a pain. Hey, Range Destroyer, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, what up, Bailey? No dagger slander. Dagger 1v1 or 1v2, something like that, is so goated. I love it. It's so much fun. You get, say, 5, 6 of these boys on you, and it's a bit intense. The time to kill is a little bit long, but my god, is it fun. Makes you feel like a right assassin. Well, shield guy's just not here. Did he loop or something? Oh, they're all back. They're all back. Let's go again. Let's go again. Five or 6 enemies of any weapon is crazy though, to be fair. Absolutely, yeah, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying a whip with fire enchant is gonna smoke them a lot faster, so you're gonna... You don't have to be as tactical with it, you know? How did that hit me? I got that shield up, I'm telling you. Come on. Come on, put it down. Oh my god, now there's a dog. Come on then. Come on then. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go. Oh my god, my timing on that is not good. My timing on that is not good. See, like, this dude's dead if I have a whip out. He's already done. Use a fire whip to kill the vault bosses and things and stuff. Yeah, for sure, yeah. I don't think a dagger against this guy is probably the best bet, but it's still so fun to use. Doing this whole combo. Go on, go again. Go on. Ow. Yeah, definitely not the best idea to fight them dudes with a dagger. That was a long old fight. I think it helps as well is that the 4 combo on the whip will break his shield. For the dagger, it's the full 5 or 6, whatever it is, and then another one. A little bit of a pain, but God, is it fun. But let's go. So I am focusing on honestly just stacking right now. Just stacking anything and everything. Doesn't do much. I don't get in the chat, but I always remember to like your video. I do appreciate that, Ben. That helps. That helps so much. So I really do appreciate that. Okay. Oh well, yesterday my glitchy plants had gone. Seeing them a little bit more today. Don't know what's going on. I appreciate you, Benjamin. You've been here for a while now, huh? Not sure how long it's been. A lot of times with dagger, I just wait for the enemy to initially attack, then dodge and go in for all the hits. Yeah. I think that's why it makes the shield guys annoying, because the shield guys, they do their 2 hits and then they just hide behind the shield for ages. But you get that perfect block off and they're cooked. They're getting demolished though. Been around when you were thinking about quitting a long time ago. Oh damn, when was that? Wait, quitting streaming? Must have just been the streaming, right? Because I've never really been that into streaming, to be honest. I like it. But when you play games like Craftopia for streaming is kind of tough. Because nobody really cares about the gameplay of Craftopia. Most people just wanted the guides. So it made streaming almost a bit of a waste of time. Because I may as well have been working on guides instead. Oh, and I don't have. Nice. Take that. With no ego, I got no reason to. I got a wonderful community, and I find internet egos rather cringe. I'm opinionated. I sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too opinionated on stuff, but I enjoy a back and forth. I enjoy a bit of a debate, like a fun debate, you know. I kind of feel like sometimes if you just agree with chat like 24/7, it just becomes a bit stale. So sometimes it's good to have a little, you know, hear what they say. Let them convince me, or I'll try convince them. Plus, there's no way we can all like the same stuff. Unfortunately, some people can't take it as you know, a constructive debate, which is when it then gets a little bit tiresome, because I've had people switch to straight disrespectful insults because I've said, no, I'm not really keen on that game. And they're like, how dare you? You have all the opinions in the world as long as you're respectful and you have it. I appreciate that. So I try to do that. Yeah, some people can handle a little debate. But I'm the same way though. Like if I said to somebody like, oh, first batch of buffering, or are we good? Oh, maybe not. Is this one buffering? What the hell's going on? Yeah, like if I said to someone like, oh, I like this game, and they're like, oh, I don't like it, and I'm like, oh, you know, give a little back and forth, and they're just like, no. But that's the internet, I suppose. Some people are rather soft. I believe put on the earth to communicate with each other and enjoy each other's presence. That's exactly why I'm here. If I didn't want the back and forth, I didn't want the communication, I'd just stick to videos. And we cool, they had a defense skill. One of the benefits of leveling up was easier parrying and allows you to block quicker and things of that nature. 100%. That sounds like a great idea. Hopefully it's in the works. Oh, what a time. What an absolute... What a joke. You couldn't have picked a better time there, could you, big boys? Move, please. Oh, what did I just do? How did I just do that? Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm stuck on a rock. What was that? I'll fight you. You just gotta give me a sec. You just jumped me in the middle of an animation. I'll trust you to want the smoke. Ow. Where'd your boys go? I ain't done with you. You dumbass over here. You can't jump me like that and then just walk away. I think they should maybe, when you're getting hunted, maybe they should push it back a little bit. It feels a bit close, and that's a bit scary. Alright, wind cooldowns on, air enchants on cooldown. Yeah, when I like something and someone likes it a lot, I like hearing why they like it a lot or something. Trying in the things that they do, see if it changes my mind. Absolutely. And even if it doesn't, it's always good to just be like, all right, fair enough, I get it. Ow. That special attack is unbelievable for the shield, guys. I think that's also a big difference maker in all of this. Which people don't like, especially NASCAR. I mean, NASCAR is not really a big thing here in the UK. But I get it. I'm not a fan of things like football, which is a big thing here in the UK. And I've literally had people try to tell me that I'm literally wrong for being British and not liking football. Whatever that means. Okay. So some people are sports people, some people aren't. I did. You must have left. Skills are there. You don't have a favorite football team or player at least? I don't. No, I really don't. I mean, if I had to choose any football team, like I said, I could not give any less of a crap about football. But if I had to, I guess I would have to go with Manchester United because my dad is obsessed. He loves them. Me? I think they should I think they should call football a day. Let's leave it alone now. We've had enough of it. Yeah, maxed out for now. Waiting for new content, but I'm good for now. So, you know. But no football team for me. I like fighting, UFC, boxing, that sort of thing. I like motocross, X Games, all of that stuff. That's more of me. But, you know, I don't mind, like, say, for example, World Cup's on. I'll happily gather for a few drinks and watch England get smashed by some whichever country they go up against. I'll watch it, sure. Do I care about the result? No. No. Especially rally racing or racing, I love rally. I like watching athletes in general, for sure, yeah. And I can appreciate sports that, even though, you know, even sports that I don't like. For example, I've seen like basketball is not a big thing here, but then I've seen some clips of basketball and I'm like, that's cool, you know. I can appreciate all of that. But give me something with an engine or people with gloves on, and I'll take that any day. Except bare knuckle. I cannot get into bare knuckle fighting. I've watched maybe 3 good fights in it. There's just no tactics to it. It's just, let's just go in there and absolutely wallop each other till one of us is absolutely deformed. Which I guess some people like. But I like the skill in fighting. I like the tactical stuff more. That's fair. It's kind of how American sports work as well. If people are not into the sport, you kind of just go with whatever team your family or friends like. Yeah, I mean, you kind of, like, I grew up with football playing on the TV 24/7. Or golf. My dad is obsessed. And I kind of liked football when I was younger. I used to play football when I was younger. But that's kind of just because I was, like, basically born into it, you know? So you just kind of think that that's what you do. And then when I was around, probably about 13, 14, my oldest brother was always into motocross. And I got my first motocross bike. After that, you couldn't pay me to watch football. Definitely athletic. I even like watching tennis sometimes. I could watch a good back and forth. I think the differences with me is I could watch any sport. If, like, you were like, oh, look, this is the best match I've ever seen, I could probably watch it, right? I'm not going to watch a league for, like, months or weeks, however long it goes on for. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm definitely... I guess that's probably why I like fighting and stuff, because it's, like, one match, done. You know. And then it's like on to the next. Not like these leagues where you got to follow a table and people are getting relegated, and that's dedication. I don't have that kind of dedication. OG Anunbi plays for the Kicks. For the Knicks, sorry. I think he's from the UK. Oh, really? That's crazy. Wait, what's the Knicks? Is that's basketball, right? So, as I said, we don't really have any... We got no American sports over here. We have no baseball, no American football, no hockey. I mean, I guess it is here because we adopt some of the stuff, but you know, in terms of having a particularly big following. New York Knicks is NBA. Okay, yeah. Do you ever play sports with your brother anymore? I don't. We used to just go to motocross together. He had the van, you know, so I would always go with him. And then he had a bad bike accident and stopped riding. It was just too much. He like broke like multiple bones in his arm. So he was just too much stress. Like, because when you're riding a motocross bike, it's like constant vibrations. So he could only do like short amounts of time before it was like aching too much and stuff. So he ended up stopped going. I managed to keep going for another year or two, I'd say, and then I stopped as well. It's interesting to hear about dirt bikes from someone over there. I've never met anyone from Europe that mentions motocross before. It's not that big in terms of like the sport, like, you know, televised here. Quite often we watch motocross through American TV show, like through American sports programs or whatever. But motocross tracks and stuff here, there's one every 30 miles. Like there's motocross tracks everywhere here. I love how the shield guy's just watching his friend get killed. Just because he's too lazy to put his shield down. Honestly, I'm tempted to get rid of the staff. I might get rid of the staff, run 2 melee weapons, bow and shield. I haven't used magic in forever. Yeah, he's fine. It was, you know, it was just, like we've both broken bones in motocross and stuff before, but this one just, like, just made it so it's just too uncomfortable for long periods of time. And we used to leave it, like, 5, 6 in the morning, drive to a motocross track, and then we wouldn't get home till like 10 p.m. at night. Like, it would be a long day, lots of barbecue food, you know, all that sort of stuff. So then once you then can't do that, you don't, it doesn't feel the same. You know, you can't really go to motocross for like a couple of hours. It doesn't really work. It takes you a couple of hours to park sometimes. Hey, what up, Tobias? How you doing? So do you guys play any sports? Or like even if it's just like hobbies with friends, or... I don't really get out and do sports anymore. Even though I was never, like, I don't really like watching football and stuff, I do love to, like, if I'm, say for example, right, when I go visit my mum has, because she has grandchildren, you know, I've got children, my brothers have children, she'll always have like a football in her garden, and I swear you'd think I'm Ronaldo out there practicing. I just play with it for hours. Like a whole day thing. Yeah, for sure. So when your arms and stuff then ache from doing it, it just made it so we didn't enjoy it anymore. I played pretty much every sport in high school, but I've always loved basketball and hockey the most. Hockey is savage. I love watching hockey clips. Sometimes I find myself just scrolling and a hockey clip will come up. Next minute, I'm 2 hours deep into watching hockey clips. I don't even know who I'm watching. I don't know if it's good, bad, whatever. But some of it is insane. Motocross is real physical. It really is, yeah. And the problem is he also was getting a bit older as well. So that break It's not like when you're younger, you know, when you're younger and you break a bone, you bounce back pretty quick. You tend not to have any problems with it anymore. You get slightly older and you break a bone. Oh, you're aching. It's done. It's a wrap. What up, Yeshua? How you doing? Good to see everyone today, and I finally found the plants. Trying to find more of the little plant though for the poison thread. Oh, the swamp weed. Yeah, it's a little bit of an annoying one to find. They're so small. Very entertaining sport to watch, whether you know what's happening or not, just because of the physicality. Yeah, and they just wallop each other. It's gotta be like, it's gotta be considered a contact sport, right? There's no way that's not considered a contact sport. I've seen some UFC fight, some hockey matches put on more damage than UFC fights. Yeah, I do like watching it. Like little clips of it though. I've never watched like a full match. It's always like top moments or, you know, most savage moments. They're cool to watch. Plus, you can literally bare knuckle fist fight whenever you want in the game. That's what I mean. It's insane what they do. And then you're almost like, because you don't see it in other sports, you're almost like, oh my god, who's gonna stop this? And it's like, nobody. They're gonna let us scrap it out, and then he's still gonna carry on in the game. Yeah. 2 please. Yeah, like they just scrap it out. Respect. I still missing 2 teeth from a fight I was enjoying a high school game. That's the other thing I seen, right? I once watched this, I don't know what program it was, but they were in I think it was a nightclub or a, you know, like a bar, and there was a hockey team that went there, and the person's like, how do you know they're in a hockey team? And then they all look and smile, and none of them have any teeth. That's funny. That's a cool sport though. Any sport, I think all sports like that should just let you fight. I would watch football if they just started fighting. I can't deal with how they take a slight tap and they're rolling around in agony. Like, get up. He didn't touch you, get up. Yeah, I do like sports. I don't watch it as much as I used to. Like I used to never miss an X Games. I love X Games so much. I watch every sport within the X Games. X Games to me is like the Olympics. But Olympics is the same. When I'm watching Olympics, I'll watch sports. Like I watch some of the sports that they do. I have no idea what the hell is going on. I don't care who's winning or what. But I just find it fascinating. I guess like we said earlier, it's that seeing that athleticism of some people. Like swimming. I couldn't care about swimming, but watching Olympic swimmers is insane. I'm trying to figure out how to use the rooftops. Not sure why I'm difficult with that. I haven't tried any rooftops yet. I've only done the flat ones for now. Oh my. You are. Yeah, I've not really, I haven't tried much with rooftops, I'm afraid, Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Where there's people are sort of like, I tell you what doesn't get enough credit is the Olympic boxing. A boxing in the Olympics is 99% of the fights are better than usual professional boxing matches. Because they all want gold. Those lot can scrap it out. And a lot of professional boxers came from the Olympics. They're just usually hungrier in the Olympics because they know it's potentially going to make them. Anytime I ever watch any sort of X game type stuff, was at the Calgary Stampede. It's pretty cool to watch. Yeah, I find a lot of it I'm not that into. You know, I can just appreciate it, and I find the X Games has so many amazing moments. Like, there has been some seriously iconic moments in X Games. You know, like I still get goosebumps seeing the first ever motocross backflip, first ever motocross double backflip, you know, like all that stuff. I could watch that stuff now and it still blows my mind. And nowadays, that's nothing compared to what these new gen motocrossers are doing. Everybody and their mama backflips on a motocross bike nowadays. It's like there was like I think she was like 13 or something. A 13-year-old girl beat Tony Hawk's Indy 900, which is one of the most iconic skateboarding moments in history. When Tony Hawk pulled off the Indy 900, and then this 13-year-old girl just goes up and just blows it out the water, and it's like, Jesus Christ. That is unreal. Because they aren't rigged, true. Yeah. Yeah, I love those. I love all those moments. It does get boring sometimes, I must admit. Some X games I've watched and I'm like, this doesn't feel as iconic. Why is there so many enemies today? I feel like I haven't been able to go 2 minutes without a group. Oh, looks like we're fighting. Get over here. Okay. Oh, come on. You gotta let me get us. Oh, no. I'm gonna die. Thank you. Oh my god, thank god that anti-poison. My anti-poison's gone off my hotbar. There's no way I drank them all, right? I drank all my anti-poison and didn't realize. Ooh, I got lucky there. I asked him to dumb down the amount of groups of enemies in my survey, just too many in some areas. Yeah, I'd actually almost prefer bigger groups, but less of them, you know? Sometimes, like, coming across 3 enemies doesn't feel too bad, you know? But then when you come across 3, and then there's 3 more around the corner, and then there's another 3 around the corner, I'd rather just, like, one big group of 6. Like, look. There's another group of 3 over there. 4 over there. Get away from my house. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do in the next update. I know they're going to focus on things like Bloom, but I wonder if we're going to get much more. Not that they listen to me, but that's why I wrote in one of my suggestions. One thing I will always give Jagex credit for is listening to the players. Granted, they've done stuff that, you know, players aren't particularly happy with, but most of it has been voted by the players. I want them to do what they do with normal RuneScape. Everything's done in polls. You know. They need to do that. Yeah, too many around the maps, not many places for a nice base here without being attacked every few minutes. Yeah, I mean, you can force their spawns out, which helps, but the lack of flat areas and then every bit that is remotely flat has an enemy on it is kind of annoying. Under pause, yeah, it's a good system to see what players actually want to see, for sure. And then also, it's a bit of a full safe for them. Because they can say, you lot voted for it. And then that way, even if it's something you don't like, the rest of the player base voted for it. You know, it's kind of... And then you kind of got to go, okay, well, you know, even if I don't like that, everybody else clearly wanted it. Oh, right, where's my anti-poisons? That was too close for my liking. Thank you. Right, I need to make some food. What do I want? I don't want to bother with any of this shit. It's a bit pointless. I've even stopped using berries. There's so much meat and just not that many berries that I have to run around stacking up berries just to cook with. But yeah, if you haven't read on the pinned message, I am running some tests today. I have set up my dual PC setup, so right now the PC I'm playing on is not streaming this. So I'm adjusting settings as I go, trying to find sweet spots for stuff. Any buffering or crashes that may happen, I will fix them and return as soon as possible. Right now we seem okay. We'll see how we get on. But my god, it's hot in the UK today. Ugh. I'm kind of over this weather. And we're not even in summer. I think today's our hottest day. Food sounds good, man. I'll try a nice dragon eye meatball salve. Why does that sound kind of good? Yeah, I think it might be time to get rid of my staff. I might keep it on me, but just run this for a little bit. Maybe even... I suppose we could run a staff up here. Let me try it. Did you do Celsius? We kind of... I mean, we use degrees, but... Right now, UK... So yeah, we use Celsius and Fahrenheit. We use them both really. Oh god, Wednesday's hotter. Thursday's even hotter. Oh, we have 60% humidity right now. And the worst thing is we have no aircon. Our houses are full of insulation. Keep them warm. I have doors open to my garden here. Miska's just shut this door, but... Oh my god, it gets so hot. The air conditioning is not really a thing in the UK unless you buy like a separate unit. No, houses don't come with air conditioning here. You gotta think, we don't get nice weather. And if we do, it's about a week in the summer. That's about it. Right now, though, we are about a month in the sunny, hot weather. A whole month. And I've already had enough. It's not even summer. Yeah, so I guess I should probably get myself like a little aircon unit. This house is here and I just have it built in the vents and stuff. Yeah, it's just not a thing here in the UK. In the UK, it's about keeping the warmth in. Literally, that's all we do. House is warm, house is dry. That's the goal for the UK. Which, all year round... it's very nice. Until we get any sort of heat, then our houses are unbearable. I made the best mage gear and weapons. Damage was horrible. Couldn't even hit hard at all. I think magic needs a buff and better scaling. Well, that's going to depend on the magic tree, right? But magic is generally, right now, is more of an AoE thing. The stuns are what make magic, like, usable. But I don't use a bow. I use a bow to maybe aggro an enemy or hunt a deer. Outside of that, I don't touch the bow. Melee is just too good right now to bother with anything else. I guess it makes sense. It's the only one with a skill tree. But maybe I'd feel different if enchant air and enchant fire wasn't a thing. Because they're what makes the difference for me in melee. Magic was sick early game, but now it's kind of shit compared to melee. Yeah, early game magic was great. So good for dungeons. I used magic more than anything early game. Now, just come and fight me. Right, let's just start stacking stuff. So I think this run, in fact, maybe we head back and do some red berries, some essence, do that run quick. Also need to make the most of our blight logs. Alright, I don't know why Mr. shut this door, but I'm gonna have to open. But there's air out. It's like a sauna. The bow is still OP compared to magic. Melee is great. Whip is still the best thing, even against level 4s. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. Although it depends. If you had an enemy that was, you had like a group of enemies, for example, and you said pick a bow or a staff, I'm choosing a staff. I guess you got the crystal bow spec, which could potentially change that. But the AoE on magic is very nice. like raining hellfire, they're just stuck in it because of the stun. It can be good. But the one, like the distance shots against a single enemy with a bow is... It definitely has a good payoff. The whip is still, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. Like the best melee weapon. I think the... Let's watch yourself, chicken. I think the dagger is the most fun. And it's still powerful. But if you were, say, putting me against the level 5, the king, I'm cooking him with a whip all day long. If you put me against anything lower tier, I think I'll probably go dagger. Just because it's a little bit more fun. It kills them almost as quick. So yeah, I like the variety with the melee weapon. Anything else just isn't really worth. I could fight everything in the game with a whip or a dagger. But maybe that'll all change when we get our skill trees, right? Right. So that boat used a dragon bone dagger to kill the dragon. That was the first time I saw anyone try and using it. It's definitely a nice weapon to use. It's so fun. Anyways, it was sick. It is fun to use. I gotta admit, it's probably my favorite weapon to use. Like, the whip's cool. But I still think it may be my favorite. Will there be more to unlock after the skill tree is able to get to 99? I would imagine so, yeah. I expect that's why they've locked us to 50, because they just don't have the rest of the skill tree right now. Yeah, I'd say there's definitely going to be more. I guess it just depends on when we're going to get the rest of the skill trees, or, you know, are they going to add more skills that we can get to 50? Look at all these glitchy plants. I don't know why it's doing it. So weird. Gotta be one of the, aliasing, whatever it's called, settings. I was doing some messing around with some settings last night. It seems to me like most of the settings don't work. Or at least work as intended. Haven't found that bow recipe? Good to see you, Due North. I mean, it's a little bit tricky, but honestly, enjoy the grind of trying to find it. May as well. There's, you know, not gonna be much left after you get it. I hope we get them. I was having a tough time casting. It was slow. Or getting wild on at the same time. I hate hiding at range, taking the groups down. Yeah, I mean, I think my only argument against that would be right now there's no need to hide from any group, in my opinion. So it's kind of like the melee is so good. Yeah, just the hunter, you know, the big archers, not the goblin archers. But yeah, just keep killing them. It would drop on its own, not in the bags or the packs. Oh, get up. Dude. One thing that I did find quite odd is somebody told me yesterday the top downloaded mod for this game is currently God mode. Why? What on earth do you need God mode from on this game? What else do you think you'll unlock for melee on the skill tree when it's out? Oh, I don't know. Maybe additional combos would be quite cool. Definitely got to try some different settings here. Alright, let's try. Ultra performance, see if that stops the... Oh god, that looks awful. Video settings suck. You see the glitchy plants? How weird is that? For now though, magic is the only is the pain and the wolves are terrible. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go range only though. I wouldn't say range only would be much better. You're gonna get mollywopped by most mobs. It's just too slow, unless you just ran the crystal bow and just relied on, you know, relied on the magic. By the way, I'm sorry if you can just see me glowing from this side. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but these doors have to stay open. Or I will overheat in here and you'll see me pass out. We don't want that. We don't want that. Excited to see the warehouse. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. We'll keep adjusting these settings, see how we get on. Wait, no, I don't want... I'm happy with full screen. I will find out the right settings. By the way, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do. I'd really appreciate it. We're slowly creeping on 15k. Frames capped at 60, the stream's capped at 60. So there's literally no point in me doing higher. Right now, apparently, I'm running at about 100. So I don't understand why any of these settings work. Like, none of them work properly, in my opinion. When I'm doing sensitivity, 5 feels the same as 10, but then 1 is super slow. And then, like, 3 is meh. Like, but 5 feels exactly the same as 10 to me. But yeah, I lock most games that I stream to 60. But I'm also not a frames, you know, like, It must have 100 frames. It's just not me personally. Really, a god mode? May as well stop playing the game. Yeah, I don't know if maybe there's another thing to it. Like, maybe they do that so they don't have to worry about hunger or something. Maybe there's more to it than just, you know, god mode makes you invincible. I don't know, but... yeah, I was like, what? God mode? Against what? I'd almost want a mod for hard mode. Yeah, see, I'm getting well over 60 frames right now, even though I'm locked on 60. But the plants look awful. What's happening here? Go back to quality now. I've put it on full screen locked. Try that. See that? What? I just have this turned off. Even worse. Oh, quality does look worse. But then ultra performance didn't look much better. About performance. Honestly, I can't wait for the new video settings. Give us new video settings. This is just not enough. I haven't even looked at the mods yet. I'm sure there's some nice ones, but I don't want god mode. Where's the challenge? I wouldn't look at mods right now. Not while they're about to put an anti-cheat in. Or some kind of anti-cheat. I'd be very, very careful. Hey, what up, YouTube? How you doing, bro? Okay. Sorry, bear with me, chat. As I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a few tests on stuff today. Get this dual PC setup running smooth. Oh. Okay. Alright, let me just... I'm trying to restart my game quick. Right. Are we good? It's so weird not having this PC run the stream anymore. I don't want mods yet. The game's not really ready for them. Future updates can change things any second. Yeah, facts. Best way to look at it, bro. I don't think there's anything that needs mods yet. I can't think of a single thing that I would even consider modding right now. I don't think there's anything. So that maybe deleting the dragon out of the game. Get that fall out of here. I killed him. Faster casting spell damage, I'm sure would be nice. Yeah, but I mean, I get what you mean. Yeah, I just don't think that's really right to do when the skill tree isn't here yet. I don't know. I'm not big into modding though. I don't mod anything. Also because I think it takes away from the point in streaming if I was playing a game. It's also why I play default settings all the time. Like even when they add custom difficulty settings, I won't change them. Even if someone there, I'm like, oh, that would be cool to have that. I won't change them ever. Just because then I think it keeps the integrity of the stream. And usually I don't play, I also don't make things harder. Like I usually don't play hard in a lot of games unless it's like a hard mode where then I would dedicate the stream to being a hard mode. But I like to keep games on normal with all default settings. Play it as intended. Would you ever do hardcore if I added it to the game? It depends what they make hardcore. But yeah, I would. Will you go away? I'll whoop you. Yeah, I'd do it. But I'd prefer, when it comes to games with like hardcore mode, I'd prefer to do it as like a challenge. One life, I'm tempted to do the one life challenge myself for the 24-hour stream. And do it where I have to beat every boss. Potentially every boss with fists. If we don't get any buffs by them. Yeah, I'd do it. I'd do it for fun. Yeah, I just more mean like my daily content, what I'm coming on stream to do. I just don't believe in making things all easier or, you know, making it so I even get slightly more resources or my food goes down slightly, you know, my hunger goes down slightly slower. I don't believe in changing any of that when it comes to content. God, I'm going to have to shut that door. Will they make a rule of not abusing height and the jump spell? Oh, for the fast casting? Yeah, I mean, I would say the only one I would want fast casting for is the jump. I think it would make fighting more fun. Boom, 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 boom. But then I hope that we get like the jump height, be able to attack in the air, like all of that stuff. Combat could be so good. I can't wait to get more sounds for this game. Oh. What the hell was that giant lag? I think the dagger may be better against the weaker enemies than the whip. Just because of that speed. It's what, like three hits for the whip as well? Let me test it. Hold on, buddy. Test it. Yeah, so it's 3 hits anyway, so you may as well use the speedier weapon. Right, we'll take this stuff back and we'll come back out. Like a dual tree would be nice. With bleeding added damage from behind, even a duck. Stealth mode for assassinating. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that. That'd be so fun. Dual wield would be so good. That was one of the first things we tested. Yeah, the dagger goes against cows. I have 50 hours of gameplay, but 7 of those were in video settings. Yeah, I mean, they are saying that's the next update. The next update, we're getting video settings and some bloom adjustments, things like that. We need a whole bunch of them. Give us a field of video settings. Hey, what do you think? Would this game be interesting for a person who likes the MMO genre? If you're looking for like an MMO style game, then no. There's no similarities to an MMO whatsoever. If you like RuneScape, then it has traits of RuneScape, like certain weapons, like the whip, you know, kind of like the whip staff of light, things like that. But outside of that, it doesn't resemble an MMO in any way, shape, or form. It's a max player count of 4. So 1 to 4 players with servers coming soon. So, you know, maybe that will help it feel more like an MMO. Well, if you like the survival crafting genre, then you'll love the game. But yeah, no similarities to an MMO whatsoever. I still think you'd probably like the game. Yeah. But it is totally different to anything we've done before. No problem. I was an hour behind? Oh, no worries, Corey. Yeah, it happens, I'm afraid. We should be able to fix that now that we're, we should end up buffering less now. Buffering seems to do it the most. You're good, you're good. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. And potions to dip poison on the blade and bleed, also stunning. Stunning them for longer periods, toxic a slow potion. I'm down, yeah. I mean, poison damage and stuff has always been a massive thing in RuneScape. You know, it's always been an iconic part of RuneScape with certain weapons like the DDS. And, yeah, so I can see it happening. I don't know if they'll do it down the route of, like, you know, having poison that you can dip things in. But just because that's not normal RuneScape-like, and I think people are pushing to make it more RuneScape-like. I watched a great video yesterday. If you're a fan of the normal RuneScape games, especially old school RuneScape, then you may have heard of a creator called Jimmy. He's a very funny content creator who kind of does quite performative kind of videos about RuneScape. Personally, I don't watch a lot of his content because I don't play old school RuneScape. But he's just done one on this game, and I honestly couldn't agree more with most of his points. The points I didn't agree with was things like being able to get rid of the hunger and thirst mechanic. Don't like that idea. It's a survival. Without that, it's just an RPG. But other than that, it was very true on... It doesn't particularly deserve the RuneScape title at this moment in time. And maybe that's what they want, right? They don't want it to be anything like it. I just think it would suit. Like, the fan base would enjoy it a lot more if it had more elements of RuneScape in it. Just giving us a taste, but I would like to see Mithril, Adamant Rune, maybe Barrow's gear for sure. One of his points was, which is the same point I've made. Why the hell did they give us a whip already? I guess it is the giving you a taste. But that's just too different to RuneScape. And I don't know if that was a great idea, personally. But they need the, I feel like the elements of RuneScape, yeah, whip in even worse. You can get whip so early on due to cheesing and stuff. You know, you could have a whip before you even have bronze. So, you know, I guess it just depends on how they want to go with it. Do they want to take it away from the RuneScape universe, which in that case, should it have RuneScape in the name? Oh my god, I'm gonna die to low-level goblins. I died to low-level goblins. Serves me right for wearing no armor. At least be more like RuneScape would just be Dragonwilds. Yeah, honestly, I kind of agree. I tried playing the original, but didn't like the controls and the way of moving on the map, so I stopped playing. But, I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. Not for everybody. Hello? Can I move, please? What the? Yeah, I think, and I think that's the problem with it, is nowadays, that's probably why they struggle to get, a lot of people into the game, because it's a very old school way of doing movement. But us OG RuneScape players, we kind of love it, you know? But I get why someone would now potentially go and check out one of the other RuneScapes and be like, I don't like this. It is pretty old-fashioned now. And I'm the same with other point-and-click games. I don't play any other point-and-click game. Can't stand them. I'm just adapted to RuneScape over the years. But yeah, I think they, if they're gonna make this another RuneScape, then dive into that world. RuneScape is an incredible world. The lore is unbelievable. So many iconic moments and you know, just stuff that they seem to not be leaning into, which I think would also help them. Like, you get a meme culture started on this game, and that's free promo forever. That deer just passed through me like a ghost. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I like the freedom of movement here, just not a stamina bar. Using too much on everything here. Yeah, I mean, I think they're aiming to make it a bit of a tough game. Like, I don't think they're intending for it to be arcadey, you know? They want you to focus on that's why enemies hit so hard, I think. Enemies wallop you in this game more than most. So I feel like they're kind of trying to lean into that more difficult survival combat kind of game. What up, Potato Drive? Game isn't click and move. Bro, I never even thought to look at this game because I thought it was just an update for RuneScape. Nah, it's definitely not, bro. This is the RuneScape we dreamt of as kids. Just not in the same map or RuneScape at all, really. I do love it though. I'm so addicted and I can't wait for more content. But no top-down point and click, thank God. We've got 2 other RuneScapes for that. Have they put a mechanic in for cheesing? 100%. We were having this discussion the other day, and I think they should do what Grounded did. Where if you attack an enemy and then you jump on top of something, it runs away from you and heals. So it basically makes it impossible to kill because you have to then get closer to it again to make it aggro you, and then the second you jump back up on that safety spot, it just runs away from you and the health just goes straight back up. Grounded did that and it was so good. It worked perfectly. I wonder if I can still make millions of chopping trees outside the Grand Exchange again. No Grand Exchange yet, but, you know, who knows? And no currency. Morning, Joda. How are you, bro? Doing good, doing good. So many millions of RuneScape just turning some tunes and chop trees. Hell yeah, the good old-fashioned hard-working way. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Alright, let's head up around this way. Looking free to play without an accumulator. Yeah, I wonder, I'm intrigued to see if they bring any of those kind of items over. Like, add farming and then add seedicide. Right. Okay, we should farm up next. Get a telly home. Farming and making your own flax would be nice, and other plants once they come into the game. More zones are unlocked for sure. Maybe the possibility to plant trees, seeing as we can destroy trees so easy. And then they're like gone. Then again, imagine how crazy actual projection would be if we could plant trees. I don't know what that says, Libero. Good to see you. Nice idea for a stealth tree, a projection for you for enemies to attack while you're sneaking up. Like similar to the actual projection, but for us, that would be kind of cool. I feel like I can make that jump, you know. Oh! Thanks for the light pants. Little bit sketchy. Go for a spell of full enemies for like 20 seconds or until destroyed. Yeah, I mean, like, some sort of distraction would be pretty cool. Make it handy for when you die. Need to get back to your gear. Alright, alright, alright. Our landers. I definitely got to figure out what the hell is doing all this flickering. Looks awful. But yeah, chat, so today's stream, I'm going to split it into 2 parts. Just because I need to do some quality checks for the dual PC setup. So I need to stress test stuff, you know, jump off, take a look how the stream looks. And then once I get everything to where I need it, I'll be back on for the night. But it's so hard to test stuff just off stream. You don't know how it's gonna look. Thank you, Joda. Appreciate you. Oh, come on. Why'd that sound so close? It's good, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I want to stress test it just to see how far I can take it. Also, I haven't adjusted my OBS settings in probably a couple of years. So when I was setting up the second PC's stream settings, there was so much new stuff. So much stuff that I don't know why it does. How it helps, does it help, does it crash? So, gonna have to deep dive all of that as well. Get away from me, little rat. But yeah, so, it'd just be easier to split it into 2. Then I can check this stream out that's happening right now. Yeah, bro, there's so much new stuff that wasn't in there when I last set up my stream. That setting it up on the second PC was just not good at all. I was like, okay, I didn't plan for this. Now the restream thing now. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that just yet. I think I'm going to do that in the future. But, because I think it is good. I just want to make sure that I've got one platform absolutely perfected, you know? And because right now, the gameplay that you're watching is on my gaming PC. But the stream itself is on the stream PC. It means I was able to completely max everything out while streaming and recording at the same time. So I just wanted to basically come on to verify all of that, make sure that it was going to, you know, work as planned. Had a couple of hiccups at the start of the stream. I think some of my settings were wrong. So just being able to test it like one setting at a time would be good, but that's gonna be a nightmare for stream because I'm just gonna be like pause, unpause, pause, unpause, you know, buffer, potential crash. So I thought all I do right now is put the same settings as what I have on my stream PC, or on my gaming PC normally, the same stream settings. but now max the game out. Just make sure that, right, you know, these settings, everything runs smooth. And then take a look and see where I can up any of those settings, and basically find that sweet spot before any problems start to happen. Or, you know, which buffering is the big one, because even if you have good internet, you have a good PC, even if you have all of that, if YouTube doesn't like your settings, you can't use them, you know. For example, bitrate. My internet could handle an extremely high bitrate, but I go above 15K and it just buffers because YouTube doesn't let you go above 15K. And then also, mobile struggles to load streams that go over 15K. Just like mobile phones in general, they're just, I don't know, I'm not technology brained enough to know exactly why. Oh my god. But yeah, so we're split it in two today. We get you over 15K. We're almost there in the subs, but I'm not sure YouTube will ever let us go over that bit rate. I don't know why. Maybe maybe it's just too much for the platform if everybody was over 15K. But the good thing is, I am local recording right now as well. And I'm also recording my gameplay and facecam separately, which I usually do anyway, but I'm able to do that while the game's running on Epic. I don't know if it's my graphics card settings or something, but I have this flicker. You see the flicker? And I don't know what it is. Seems to be something to do with the plants when the plants move. Shouldn't be hard to figure out, but to do that, the annoying thing is as well, is anytime you change graphic card settings, you have to restart the game. So you can imagine that's probably not the best time to stream. Come on, change a setting, restart game, change a setting, restart game. Right. So good little stress test for now. But we're working, it's running nice, it's running good. I can easily get over 100 frames on Epic. And from what I can see, the stream's looking nice, so it shouldn't be too much adjustments. But there's no point in having a stream PC, like a dual PC setup, if I'm not gonna perfect it. That would just be pointless. Give me them berries. Yeah, for some reason as well, when I go into Epic, the flickering on the grass is worse. I don't know if maybe there's a clash between a setting on my graphics card and a setting in the game. I'm gonna have to adjust one setting at a time until I figure out what it is. And every time I adjust a setting, we have to restart the game, so... You know. That's gonna be fun. Come on. But yeah, cool. So I think I'm gonna call it there, chat. I will be back in a little bit. Double stream today. I just need like an hour or so to run through some settings, run through a quality check on the stream, things like that, and then I'll be back on. So I appreciate anybody who's given me feedback this morning on everything. As the title says, this is just a first test stream. Then I'll be back on. So I appreciate you all. Thank you, Joda. I appreciate you all hanging out. I'll be back on a little bit later, and we will continue the stream. All right, chat, please do drop a like on the way out if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later with hopefully a 10 out of 10 quality stream. Let's hope. All right, chat, I'll see you later, all right? Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Much love, everybody.